Rock climbing is a dance with nature. It isn't just a hobby or a sport, it's a lifestyle. When you're climbing in the mountains, you truly feel connected with nature and feel like you could do anything. Rock climbing culture is rich with feelings of social belonging and is a gateway to some of the best times of your life.
Rock climbing really brings you closer to nature if you're an outdoor climber. You know, a lot of people look at climbing and say, "Oh, no, that's crazy. You know, I'd never be able to do that." And then I climb with a lot of beginners as a guide. You know, I teach a lot of people, and even the easiest route, when that person completes that climb and realize it was something when they stood at the bottom they thought they could never do, to overcome that is really inspires people to try harder and to try more routes.
You know, I think people think climbing is going to be suddenly being dangling off the edge of the very top of a cliff, you know, being like, survive. And it's not that, right? It's like, no, you start on the ground and you do this easy thing that looks kind of fun and simple, and you realize that the rope is always taut. It's like, this is no big deal, right? So I think it's possible for a lot more people to have an experience that is really joyous.
You go away, you have your trip, you do some extreme suffering or whatever it is that you do, and you come back, and then you settle into normal life, and then at some future time you just get itchy and you know you've got to go out there and do something again.
There is such a unique culture in rock climbing that is rarely seen in today's world. It guides people to free their minds, either alone or with the people you love. And it's truly remarkable to see the benefits that come from climbing, which are often unheard of.
I found in the climbing community people are super supportive of each other, and mainly they want their friend to be successful and they encourage each other. And you know, if I do a route and you don't do it, you will be super happy for me. And so it's really social.
The nice thing about rock climbing is you're not competing against others. It's more a challenge to challenge yourself and to push your own limits. So rock climbing can be very empowering to people. It is very good for physical fitness. It builds strength. It's very good for flexibility, and then the confidence and the teamwork, and also trust. Between a climber and a belayer, there has to be a certain level of trust, and you learn a lot about communication.
I would say that some of my climbing partnerships have been some of the most meaningful relationships in my life, period. That includes friends that I've had, mentors, romantic partners. I think when you spend your time, and I think you've probably had a taste of this already, but when you're rock climbing, you're trying really hard in an environment that counts, right? It's a safe activity if we do it well, but if you don't do it well, it can be very dangerous. So you're counting on that other person to be responsible for keeping you safe. And I think there's a lot of time spent driving to the cliffs at 5 a.m. so you can have the adventure that you want to have, right? Or when you finally get to that ledge and you're hanging out, those are special moments where you're not really climbing, but you're just enjoying a very special moment.
Rock climbing has really given me an opportunity to interact with complete strangers, with being able to connect and have great conversations with them just because we both climb. You'll find the climbing community almost anywhere around the world, and what's fascinating about rock climbing culture is its social aspect and how it can change you as a person and becoming a lot more social, and how so many friends can be made just from climbing with each other.
And also the social aspect of it, you know, hanging around with friends and climbing in general. Yes, we chirp each other, but it's positive reinforcement. You know, it's a positive environment. Climbing and bouldering even more social because it's a quicker turnaround time.
You know, you meet people. I mean, one time I was hitching out to go and do some soloing, and the guy who gave me a lift said, "Oh, I was going to go do some climbing as well. Oh, shall we go and get the ropes?" And off we went, and we had a great day. And I never saw him since, but it was really good. So it is social. You do get to meet people.
Another crucial life skill that rock climbing helps develop is trust. Trust that is both trusting yourself and trusting other people. At any moment, your own life or someone else's life could be your responsibility. Furthermore, you also need to be able to trust others that they'll make sure you don't get hurt, as your life could be in their hands. But rock climbing forces us to build trust, which is an additional beautiful aspect that rock climbing culture gives to us.
The trust between people, if you have a regular climbing partner that you've been climbing with a lot, you can get to that point where even if I don't need to hear him, the person doesn't need to tell me, oh, I'm really scared. I can hear it in the tone of his voice. You can feel it through the rope. The guy's a bit shaky. You can see from his general body language.
Oh.
So it really teaches you to observe people and to how they react under stress.
But he says, you go out one day and you're having a really good day, and then the next day you're having a mare, and you just think you're going to die, you're going to fall off, you just can't hold on, and that happens to all of us. And as you get older and as you climb more, you realize that, you can have a bad day. Today is a high gravity day. Tomorrow could be a low gravity day. It's as simple as that.
Rock climbing kind of challenges us to admit, yes, I'm scared, or I need some help. You learn a lot about people because rock climbing can be stressful. If you get nervous or scared on a route, that creates a stress reaction. So you get to see people when they're under stress and interact with them, and you learn a lot about people under those conditions.
My name is Jared Bashami. I'm 16 years old, and I've been rock climbing for 10 years now. Throughout these 10 years, I have felt belonging in a community where I have met people from all over the world, have discovered a sports culture where friends are made regardless of skill or age.
Anyone can climb. We all climbed when we were kids. We just forgot a little bit when we got older.
The experiences that I have with climbing represent the pinnacle of the types of experiences I want to be having in life, period. It's like, so when I'm climbing, it's like, this is what I want to be doing with my life.
The cornerstone of it is just having a good day out with friends. It's a supportive community, whether, like I've told you before, whether you're climbing the easiest grade and you're climbing with someone that's nearly climbing at an expert level, if you were climbing at your limit, you had the same experience, and it makes it very relatable. And I really like that about rock climbing.
It's funny, if you had told me that when I was a younger person or in my 20s that my life would be about climbing, I would have laughed at you. But met somebody that his life is a climber, and my life became surrounded by climbers, and my business is climbing, and so it had a big influence, obviously. But I love the climbing community. It's they're in general really, really nice people and good people.
When I have organized my life such that it's a regular thing to be meeting up with someone on Thursday morning to go hit the crag, or to be training with someone regularly in the gym, when those things have been regular in life, I would say that I've been mentally at my strongest and performing really well in other aspects of life.
It's also given me a career. So from my point of view, it changed my life without a shadow of a doubt.
I have found a lifestyle where I can achieve the goals I set and connect with nature. And now I continue to discover who I truly am.